You're watching the Geico Summer Series, presented by Axe, at the Las Vegas Big Time Finale. And today, just about 10 miles outside of the Strip in Las Vegas, it's a battle of the Golden State West Coast Elite taking on Compton Magic. It's the second of 4 games we'll have today. The next 2 coming up on ESPN. We just saw John Mobley lead Vegas Elite with 21 points for their win. We'll see Bronny James, Jamari Phillips coming up a little bit later on. But for West Coast Elite and Compton Magic, should be a good one. Matt Schick along with National Recruiting Director Paul Biancardi. And Paul, just a great showcase for some big talent here today on the Strip.
Yeah, 2 West Coast teams from the state of California ready to go head-to-head at the big-time finale.
And players to watch for West Coast Elite and Compton Magic. For West Coast Elite, Victorious Miller, who's number 16 in the ESPN 60.
Yeah, Miller's a big playmaker. I love his passing skill and vision. A creative finisher, an excellent layup maker, quick hands, natural footwork. He'll step outside and shoot the 3-point shot. Young prospect, but loads of talent.
Speaking of loads of talent, how about the number 2 player in the sophomore class, number 1 small forward, Koa Peat.
Koa Peat is fresh off a gold medal with USA Basketball. Strong and physical as he dominates the game inside the paint. It's a combination of strength and finesse. He can step outside when he needs to, but there's no stopping this young man when he gets to the rim.
And a look at the rest of our starting lineups brought to you by Axe. Let us begin with Compton Magic again. Darius Carr, 4-star, one of the top point guards in the class. Tyler Rollison is another good point guard in the class of 2023. Eric Freeney just turned 16. Certainly a player to watch out of Corona Centennial. For West Coast Elite, we mentioned Victorious Miller, Barrington Hargress. Of Harrington Heritage High School, Jamar Howard, very high-level athlete. Jacob McFarland. This is the first of 4 games. Victorious Miller, good dish inside. And that's Jacob McFarland who gets rejected on the way up. Devin Williams had the defense, offense going the other way, could not. Rebound there from Fielder. Victorious Miller. Here's Miller. Miller throwing it up. Feed here for Fielder. That one rejected.
Great activity.
Yeah, Fielder, very active. Throwing it down is Victorious Miller. Now still a 5-1 lead here for West Coast Elite. Fielder, yes, Drew Fielder, Southern California Academy. He's getting some high-level interest. Transferred from Rocky Mountain High School, Meridian, Idaho, following his sophomore year, paying dividends on the West Coast.
He really played well in Atlanta on the Under Armour circuit. 6'10", skilled, and he rebounds.
Good feet inside, Koa Peat.
But sometimes I like to see him turn, be a little bit more aggressive, and score when he's that close to the basket.
Darius Carr, step back. No, and a flush on the putback. That's Devin Williams. First field goal of the day for Compton. Make it 2.
UNLV and a whole host of others. A sneaky 3-point shooter.
Good feed inside.
And that was a swish. No rim on that free throw.
Jamar Howard loses that one, going the other way. Oh, nice feed from Phipps to Carr with the jam. That one rejected there at the rim. That was Pete on the defensive end. Here's Darius Carr, left hand, yes, and the foul.
Phipps is all over the ball for Compton Magic. 0 in the black. I'm sorry, that's Darius Carr.
Going the other way, Compton, something is clicking for Compton. Koa Peat with the throwdown, and he'll go to the line. What does West Coast Elite need to do better that they were doing in the first couple of minutes of this game?
Just regain their composure. They came out so strong and shots and value the possession.
Victorious Miller, number 5. He's got 5 of his team's 12 points. That one, some active hands there for Compton Magic. What a feed from Peat!
Talk about valuing the possession. Miller not knowing where he's going with that hook pass. Great anticipation by the Magic.
Left hand, that's a tough shot.
Going to a zone now for West Coast Elite, trying to slow down the rhythm of the Compton Magic, but it hasn't really been the defense, West Coast Elite. It's been their turnovers on offense and missed shots.
That's a good play there from Jacob McFarland. Been a little scoring drought, but that seems to be over now. Jacob McFarland gets the defense at one end and then is rewarded at the other. A lot of Jackson Hayes comparisons. You like that?
I do. Long, athletic, can really run the floor with mobility. Good hands to finish alley-oops.
Koa Peat, tough shot.
He's a terrific playmaker. Big guard, Victorious Miller. Stands at about 6'5", 6'6".
Step back, Jay. That
Compton going 4 out, 1 in against the zone. Got to screen the zone a little bit. Just can't cut. See, the zone makes you stand, and Compton Magic are standing right now.
Fielder with some of that help. Peat tried to grab the rebound. Instead, it goes to Miller. King White, 3B. Here's Koa Peat.
Attack the gaps. Try to make 2 guys play 1. Good screen.
Williams gives him the screen. It goes out to Peat. He can hit that shot. Wow.
Oh, he can step out and shoot it. He just knows that's not the strength of his game right now, but it's part of his game.
7 points for Koa Peat, his first 3 of the game. Drew Fielder can hit that 3 as well. That's where he got his name. We're going to talk to him long distance at his high school in Waukee, Iowa. Nice floater there from King White.
Half. West Coast Elite come out really strong. It was 10-2 out of the gate. Compton Magic cut that gap and took the lead. Now West Coast Elite has responded.
Tough right-handed put back there for Freedy. Missed half a year of high school basketball with a back injury. Returned to the court back in May, getting his legs under him. Devin Williams had 1-point deficit here at the half. Tap back to Carr. Carr, little step back, 3 seconds to go. Can't get that one to fall. Williams, will they count it? They do.
Your players to pass players. And once they get excited about a guy, they're not going to get off of him.
There he is.
Looking at a high major prospect.
Jamar Howard inside. McFarland again. That's 10 points for McFarland. Jacob McFarland very heavy around the rim in the last few minutes.
And all these guys want to shoot 3s all the time, even the bigs. Go where you can impact.
Hargress. Look at McFarland again. No, Fielder. Got it.
It's been Victorious Miller in the first half and Jacob McFarland in the second.
How about Devin Williams with the block? Circle against the square. Tyler Rollison throws that one there to Devin Williams, but a foul before the flush. 20-plus offers since he really flashed onto the scene just a couple of months ago.
And you can see his frame and his game with continued development, progress. It could be a level for him after the college game.
Nice slash there and a nice pass there from McCollum.
Good aggressive move by Drew Fielder. He has terrific footwork, and he can put it on the deck a couple of times. Gordon Hayward type skill, size, and high basketball IQ.
Devin Williams.
Oh, don't you love it when big guys make 3s? Koa Peat catches the ball in the middle of the zone. He's got to turn and face right away, put pressure on the rim, and then make the pass.
Barry Hargress. Oh, looked like he could have taken that layup. Instead, we'll get the assist. Devin Curtis connects.
Beautiful drive and dish. Anytime you can get into the orange in the paint, You're going to make options for yourself and for your team.
Devin Curtis getting offers from Loyola Marymount, Montana, Northern Illinois, UC Santa Barbara, among others. Just hit that shot. Good follow there from Freeney. Missed the shot.
And those work habits paid off with USA basketball. He averaged 9 points a game, about 4.5 rebounds.
8-point lead here for West Coast Elite. There is Carr. Haven't called his name much in the second half.
The more you move the ball, better shots you get.
Fielder, what a nice move there on Koa Peat.
It was the footwork, Matt. He had good position. He baited him to the middle, came back to the baseline.
11 points for Fielder. 4.5 to go here in the game. Williams working on McFarland. Might have lost that one on the way up. Now a 2-on-1. Peat, oh, what great defense there by Jamar Howard. Peat would have had the flush on the alley-oop.
That was a big-time effort play by Jamar Howard.
Fielder, big-time step back in the paint.
You go back and watch the film of this game, that could be a game-saving play.
More defense. Fielder, oh, what a feed to Miller! How about that little wraparound?
The hook pass. Now, if you're Compton Magic, you got to look at Koa Peat, you got to look at Devin Williams. Pick and pop.
You were saying? Been a little quiet here in this second half. Miller trying to make some noise. McFarland, rebound, whistle.
So if West Coast Elite goes up 2 possessions, just makes it a little bit more difficult to come back.
Fielder, offensive putback. 5-point game, less than 90 seconds to go. Compton needs a bucket. Devin Williams has risen to the occasion time and again. Maybe Koa Peat draws the foul. 10 seconds to go, 6-point game. Tyler Rollison, oh, says, hold on a second, Manchik. Hold on a second.
The play-by-play man obviously hasn't coached before because the game is not over with 2 possessions.
Guarding the inbound.
You got to get a couple of screens and a couple of cuts.
There he goes deep. You called it, Paul. Basket will not count, but does find Jamar Howard running free.
Because if Compton shoots a 3 and gets fouled, it could be tied
That
up.
should just
Now it's
about
over.
do it. West Coast Elite.
Yeah, great game between 2 of the best programs in the state of California.
3 ball at the buzzer. Does not fall, and West Coast Elite with the 5-point win over Compton Magic.
Really impressed with Victorious Miller. Played a terrific floor game, facilitator, scorer. Drew Fielder stepped up in the second half, scoring double-figure points. Great win for West Coast Elite. Koa Peat was tough.
Great matchup coming up at the top of the hour right here on ESPN.